we're finally there. We're gonna build his PC. And in this video, we're gonna show you how.
I'm Paul, this is Diane, we're the PC Zombies, and we're finally gonna build this PC. I need it so bad for video editing.
Me too. Okay, the third and final step is?
I create a work list, and this is actually quite easy, and this is a tip I think you guys will like. Everything I do is connected to the motherboard. There's a few things that are outside of it, but most things have to do with the motherboard. Even your RGB lights, your fans, your power supply, your CPU, your memory, your SSDs, there's so much. So if you know that, what you need to do is download the manual for your motherboard, bring it up, and start scrolling through it. And just write a little checklist of items that you think you know you're gonna do. What I do when I make my checklist is as I find items in the motherboard manual, I decide where does it belong? And I have several columns of items that I know I'm gonna have to do. For example, for Hello World, the first thing I do is I get the motherboard and I put things on the motherboard, like the memory and the CPU and maybe an SSD drive. So it's kind of like phase one of the build. Phase two of the build is you put the motherboard into the case and you do the other things you need to do for Hello World, such as hooking up the cooler. And then phase three is anything afterwards. And sometimes there's a phase four too, like what would you do for a custom water loop? That's kind of pretty much outside of just finalizing the build. So you can get your graphics card and other things done in the finalization phase and then have a custom water loop phase as well. So open up your motherboard manual and look for things. For example, I know I'm going to hook up M.2 drives. When I hit that section, I just write down on my little notes 2.3 and I put it in the motherboard side because I know that's something I'm going to do when I'm building out the motherboard. Now, the reason I do this, obviously you're going to know that there's a certain amount you have to do to build a PC, Di.
Right.
But there's a lot of cables coming from your case and other things. And if you do it out of order, sometimes it's really hard. So knowing that I've got these 6 things I got to do to get done with this phase, you pick the one that you know is the next one in order first. But having a whole manual in front of you and a whole case and a whole bunch of products and components in front of you, you might go and grab the water cooler when you really should be grabbing the memory because you want your memory put in before you put the water cooler in. So knowing you got 5 items and you look over them, you go, oh yeah, this is next. That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. And
the last thing I do is I take that list of mine, and here's my list, by the way, scrolling below me, and Di, stand on your tippy toes. All right. So, you know, whenever I scroll a list, I either have to cut your face off as I'm talking.
You can do that. I don't mind.
I'm not cutting your face off for a list. So you were asking me why I put that there?
Oh.
Now's the time.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here's the list I made for this build. It's scrolling beneath this.
I've never been tall before.
What do you think? You're almost taller than me?
Yeah.
Okay, as this list is scrolling by, we're going to just be goofy for a little bit, okay? And it even includes another list at the end. Go on, scroll, scroll, scroll. Is my head too low?
I'm still taller than him.
And the list at the end tells you what things weren't in the motherboard manual that you also have to do. For example, you're going to have to put the power supply in the case. That doesn't require the motherboard, but when you actually hook up to the motherboard, that could remind you as well. So it's not that big a deal.
Right.
And that's it. That's what I do. Those are my 3 tricks to getting ready and starting a new build. Di, you don't want to stand there. We're going to do the ending with tall Di, okay? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We can't wait to build this PC.
And give us a thumbs up if you liked the video.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.